Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Game Mechanics, and our topic for today is everyone's favorite item, War Axe. In this video, we'll discuss how it works and who can use this item. War Axe is actually Aulus' weapon, and it's a heaven-sent item for physical fighters because of its flexibility. It has attack, HP, cooldown reduction, penetration, and movement speed boost, all packed in a single item. Its passive is called Fighting Spirit, and each time you deal damage to an enemy unit, it grants physical attack and penetration every second. The effect lasts for 3 seconds, and it can stack up to 8 times. This means you can prolong the effect as long as you can deal damage before it expires. When at max stacks, it can give 72 physical attack and 24 penetration from the passive alone. Combined with its base stats, you get a total of 117 physical attack. Because of the penetration, it rivals even the damage of Blade of Despair when at full stacks. As you can see, a full stack War Axe has higher damage than Blade of Despair. So aside from the damage, what's so good with this item? First is the HP. At 550, it's around half of what you get from defensive items. Attack and defense on a single item is quite rare. Next is the cooldown reduction, making it perfect for skill-based heroes. Another one is the early game potential. It's a highly effective early game item because of the penetration stat from Fighting Spirit. If you plan to use War Axe, don't put it on the second, third, or fourth item slot. It deserves the first slot because early game is when it's most effective. The penetration it gives, together with some emblem stats, is enough to reach negative armor. And negative armor means higher damage. Remember, heroes have base defense that increases as they level up. More armor will lessen the effectiveness of War Axe. Last one is the movement speed. You get 15% movement speed when you reach maximum stacks, and you can maintain it as long as you keep your stacks at 8. So who can use it? Based on its passive, it has a limitation. Supports, marksmen, and mages will have 1/3 of its passive effect. In short, the range class can't use War Axe. Instead of getting 9 physical attack, they only get 3 for each stack. So that leaves assassins, fighters, and tanks, which are the melee class. They get the full effect of War Axe. Almost all physical fighters and assassins can benefit from this item. For fighters, it's good for those that have sustain or durability because it takes 8 seconds before War Axe reaches full passive. Balmond, Lapu-Lapu, and Yuzong are among the many fighters that have good synergy with War Axe. They can stay longer on the battlefield, making it easier to reach full stacks. Balmond's second skill has good synergy with War Axe. Argus's ultimate works well because of its duration. The burn effect of Tamus works incredibly well in maintaining the stacks. As you can see, each burn extends the effect by 3 seconds. Ruby, Yuzong, Lapu-Lapu, and Alpha because of their sustain. Pakito, Barats, and Khalid for higher damage in the early game. For assassins, it's mainly used because of the early game penetration. Saber's passive plus War Axe allows him to reach negative armor in the early game. Lancelot, Hayabusa, and Fanny can use War Axe for the early game damage and penetration. So who can use this? War Axe is not effective for heroes with a hit-and-run style. Example is Chu. His playstyle is to pick off a squishy hero and then quickly move away from the battle. He doesn't stay that long, which means he can't reach full stacks with War Axe. Same for Zilong. He starts by using his ultimate, flips you, finish with execute, and then runs for his life. Same for Natalia and Helkert because of their hit-and-run playstyle. And of course, those roles with limited effects, such as marksman, mage, and support, or in short, the ranged ones. But there are some heroes that can take advantage of War Axe even though they are ranged. Yusen Shin's main role has recently been changed to Assassin, which means he gets full passive effect. Roger is a fighter main and he can turn to range or melee. And X-Borg because of his first skill. Those heroes work well with War Axe because they can collect stacks while safely attacking from a distance. To counter War Axe, you'll need an item that can reduce physical attack while adding defense. And we have Anti-Cuirass for that. It has good defense and it lowers the enemy's physical attack up to 24%. But remember, it only activates when you get hit by a skill. If you want to know more about Anti-Cuirass, watch our next game mechanics video. A good synergy with War Axe is Brute Force Breastplate. The passive of both items are activated almost the same and both can give movement speed boost. So use these two if you need to chase someone, like your axe. Another good synergy is the damage aura of Curse Helmet and Moonton Essence. Just stay near the enemy and you'll get free stacks like this. So what can you say about the item War Axe? Do you use it in the early game as well? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. That's all for this video. Stay safe and thank you for watching.